In a recent shock upset, Sanae Takaichi was voted the leader of the LDP, and she will shortly, in all likelihood, become the next Prime Minister of Japan and Japan's first ever female Prime Minister. Now, it was widely expected that she would do fairly well in the popular vote among actual members, but that her main rival, Koizumi, would be too popular with actual elected lawmakers from the LDP for her to possibly win, that likely Koizumi would win. Now, why did she in the end pull off an upset victory, manage to win? Well, one factor is possibly that Koizumi was hurt by a recent scandal. It emerged that someone within his campaign was sending out emails listing compliments to say about Koizumi, hoping that they would be posted in comments to make him appear perhaps more popular or to coordinate these comments to make him seem popular. But that scandal has resulted, and ultimately it's backfired and made his support look a bit manufactured and hurt his image. So possibly he lost some support because of that. Another factor is that Hayashi came in as a third candidate and picked up momentum late on, possibly also because of this Koizumi scandal. And so maybe he split the centrist vote to allow the more right-wing Sanae Takaichi to get more votes as a result, rather than if they'd combined their campaigns or if they'd only been one centrist candidate. A third factor is that Sanae Takaichi did very well with the popular vote. She got about 40%, I believe, slightly more than was expected in some polls. And perhaps lawmakers might have thought, well, in the runoff, we have to support her because it seems undemocratic, or we have to follow the will of our actual members and support her as a result of her following among them. And a fourth factor is Taro Aso. Now, he's a former Prime Minister of Japan, but still a very influential figure within the party. Now, I believe both Koizumi and Sanae Takaichi approached him for his potential support, but in the end, possibly resulting from Koizumi being in a scandal, or because Sanae Takaichi had the popular vote, I can only speculate why he chose her in the end. He swung behind Sanae Takaichi, and I believe that looks to have been the decisive factor behind her winning in the end, and that's how, in the end, she won her result.